going to look and what kind of formations he's run in the past. I don't remember him being a historic runner of the football. I don't remember him having big time running in his arsenal when he was calling plays at Green Bay. But when you have quarterbacks like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, I mean, maybe your offense leans more towards that pass. You got that diva on your offense. Maybe it's going to work a little bit different dynamic. But this is going to be it's looking more and more each day that he's going to stay true to his word about running the damn ball, because he's done everything to build his team around doing that from what it looks like, and they're really focusing on stopping the run. But when it comes to these later picks, I love the story for Deuce, and I really hope that he does well and he actually becomes useful for this offense, because I think it could be very special.
Man, I got a question for y'all, man. With the fullback out of South Dakota, do you? Okay, I'm hopeful that they get him on the field. Man, I would love to see a fullback literally play in the game. It's such a lost art, man. But then when you saw the kid in South Dakota, they had him lined up a bunch of places too. He was at fullback, he was at tailback, he was at H-back, he was at tight end. I was like, okay, he's a jack of all trades. And when they got inside the five, who they get the ball to? And that big boy was getting in there, man. And people don't sleep on the school he went on, because that school has been in the championship game every year for the last 6 years. Okay, so they play some high competition. Okay. I like the kid a lot, man. I just hope the Cowboys put him on the field, man. I hate wasted talent, okay? So, to me, Mike McCarthy is telling me we grounded and pounding this year. It really looked like it to me. I mean, just the way it's setting up, right? We grounding and pounding. We going to punch people in the mouth, and I do love that part of it. I love big, tough offensive teams, and man, that's what the Niners have been doing for the last 6 years. Okay, and they're a West Coast team too, right?
That's right.
Offense, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. Well, that's you know what, and that's why I posted on TikTok, because I watched this kid, man. I'm like, this kid, like you say, he's a jack of all trades. He can. I'm sure that his size. I think he's 6'3", 235, something like that.
He's built.
Yeah, he's built, and he's not shabby at all. I love him, man. And just to watch what he all does, that's not only as a blocker, but he's also a weapon as well. And if we're talking about the West Coast offense, we know that the West Coast offense uses a fullback. So I think there will be a competition there, because I know we got a receiver from Tennessee. They're saying he's a receiver / fullback too, and we got to remember, Mike McCarthy used Starks, which Starks was a receiver, and put him at running back.
He did, didn't he?
He doesn't care. He doesn't care who you are or what position you play, but if you fit the mold to play in his backfield, he's going to use you. So we definitely would love to see this kid on the field, but also this kid from Tennessee. He was a receiver. He's a big boy, like 6'3", 6'4". He's about 230, 240.
Talking about Princeton Fant.
Princeton fans,
Princeton fan.
Yeah, so he's another possibility. So, and the thing with Hunter, you get him cheap.
Yeah.
And I'm nothing against him, but you can afford him. You can afford to have him on your team. Hopefully that be the case, man. I mean, I love Deuce, I love Tony, and I just, outside of those two, I don't know if I'm confident. I'm if one of those go down, do we have somebody in place that can, pick up the pieces? I mean, how do y'all feel about that, Malik and Rico Dottle and other guy, Rojo?
Yeah, I got one question before we go there for the both of you two. Okay. Jay Tuck brought this up, and I was thinking it when he brought it up. Are we confident in Tyron this year? I mean,
No.
Because the last 3 years, man, Tyron has been hurt. And the way the Cowboys are going right now, like Tyron is going to be 100%. He's going to play all 17 games. I don't believe that for 1 second. That's why, Gary, me and you were thinking the same thing. Why are we just now drafting the offensive lineman in the 5th round when we need offensive linemen? We don't know if still going to be ready to go or healthy. You know what I mean? I was just really concerned and confused, during the draft. But I just don't see Tyron, even if they switch his position to guard or what, I don't see him playing 17 games.
Yeah, and you know what? And I say the same thing, Chris. And after I saw what we did in our draft, I had to go do some research, and I did a video on it about SB Nation, and basically they had the writers summary about the draft pick, and there was one on there. His name was David Moore. He mentioned something that made a lot of sense. He said, he said it wasn't a pretty draft, but it was a successful draft. But what we're not considering is what we had to do. We brought in 1,000-yard receiver, Brandon Cook. We had to give up draft picks. We brought in a Pro Bowler cornerback. We had to give up draft picks.
Right.
We brought in a run stopper last year. We had to give up draft picks. Right. So again, without doing what they should have done in the first and second round, anything after that was like, what are we doing? Which after the second round was what are we doing? But like he said, we have to consider those guys as part of the draft, because you remember those fifth round draft we got. They were the bottom fifth round draft pick.
Right.
Sixth round, all those picks was low. So and then with the tight end, it was more like, they're running out of tight ends. We got to get a tight end. But like he said, we have to consider that who we brought in, the 1,000-yard receiver, the Pro Bowl cornerback, and the run stopper, but we had to give up picks for them. So with what we drafted is that fit our scheme for what we had at that pick. So, and then it makes sense. It did make sense, because I never thought of it like that, of the picks we had to give away in order to get those individuals on the team. But again, I still say I think Dallas' priority was run stop versus protecting Dak. Right. I agree with you. I don't think Tyron Smith is at the point to where he can stay healthy, and basically they have come to agreement that we're going to go with what we got.
Right.
Well, let's go. I don't know. We don't know about him. Fernock as a backup center, we don't know about him. Who else? You've got to remember, Zach Martin is up there in age. So we're going to go with what we have out there at the base. That's what they're saying. And we'll see what happens. So you might see some more musical chairs. If somebody goes down, we might see more musical chairs. I mean, that's just my take on it. That's where I just look at it. Our priority was run stop versus protecting Dak, and they went with the run stop. So, right. Rue, what you think, Rue?
We didn't think Tyron Smith was going to play all last season. I have zero expectation that he will play all this season. We do have to remember they did pick up Chuma Edoga. So we did pick up an offensive lineman in free agency. So it's not Josh Ball playing left guard. Edoga, it's not gonna be Josh Ball or any of those guys. It'll probably be Edoga. So for what you're looking at, so as we sit here today, what are we looking at? We're looking at Tyler Smith on the left tackle, Tyron Smith at left guard, Tyler Biadasz at center. You're looking at Zach Martin at right tackle, and Terrence Steele, God willing, if he's healthy, which it looks like he will be for week 1, at right tackle, which I love that O-line. I'm not mad at that O-line. I think it works. I think it'll fit. And I think you can rotate out Tyron Smith with guys like Edoga, with guys like Farniak that you've drafted. And let's not forget about Willetsko and some of those other young guys that he mentioned. Not to mention that the guy you drafted this season in the 5th round. For what we gave up to get those players, though, we gave up for Brandon Cooks, we gave up a 5th round conservatory pick. For Stephon Gilmore, I think it was the same thing. For Hankins, didn't we pick him up off the street? Like he's on a 1-year veteran minimum kind of deal. So some of these guys are on their way in and out. Some of these guys that we just brought in, I feel like we didn't have to give up a ton to get them. But I get what you're saying. If you're going to move up, you got to give up something, right? So ultimately, for what we're looking at, I have faith that these offensive linemen can get it together. And my biggest thing is, right, like we're all shocked that they didn't take one. But when they do, they rarely ever miss, especially when it's a first-round lineman. So for me, outside looking in, the biggest takeaway I see is they didn't see the offensive linemen that they wanted. They didn't see Tyler
Oh,
Smith,
I don't know.
Travis
No.
Frederick, Zach Morton. Maybe
Oh.
they didn't. We're not in the room. They didn't see that guy.
Well, yeah, they
didn't
made
see,
yeah.
they didn't. They thought for who they picked up and what they got, it was better to get these guys. When we pick an offensive lineman, that guy tends to stay around. The only one that didn't because of injury was Travis Frederick. But if you look at it, back when we drafted Tyron Smith, we went linemen like we drafted all those guys like within a year of each other, within a couple years of each other. It literally went Tyron, Travis, Zach Morton, and then you had everybody else come up later. You got super lucky with Terrence Steele. We got him in the 7th round. He was either 7th round or undrafted. I can't remember. But for what we're looking at, I don't hate what I have, and I think that it'll last for what I need it to last for. I have zero expectation Tyron Smith will last the entire season. I might not need him to if some of these other guys kind of pull into the fold and do what they do in terms of the success they've had at offensive linemen. The Cowboys have done well at the offensive line position. We've had a good offensive line for a good while now. Like it's been like before, it was a problem. Like pre-Dak Prescott, the offensive line was a big issue for this team. I feel like it has expanded. It has gotten much better from what we've seen. And they're starting to kind of develop it again. But maybe they just didn't see their guy. Maybe they just didn't see that guy that's going to. And we keep talking about how old Zach Martin is. Zach Martin's still one of the best guards in this league. As old as he may be, as many years as he has on him, he's still playing season after season, and he's still one of the best in the league. So I'll take that all day, every day, twice on Tuesday.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So, well, and like I say, the draft has been done. This is what we got. So now we just have to sit back. We have to sit back and see what it looks like in OTAs.
OTAs is here.
It's coming up, and we got to see what goes on June 1st, because we still the jury's still out on Zeke. We don't know. It's just something we have to. It's possibility, and then again, like I say, Tony Pollard is our guy. That's our guy. And we got to roll with that. If Zeke comes back, he does. But Tony Pollard is our guy. We have to move forward with Tony Pollard. So that's where we are. So hey, I want to give a big. I want to do this real quick. What's coming up this weekend? Chris and myself, we're gonna probably be there this weekend. Jazzy Shark Cigar Lounge. It's going to be at 14150 Trinity Boulevard, Suite 116, Fort Worth, Texas, 76155, hosted by Kenny Gant. And anybody remember Kenny Gant? He was
the Shark
for the Dallas Cowboys. This is going to be Saturday, May 6, 2023. This is here in Fort Worth. Food, music, fun, starting at 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Yeah. So this is what's going on.
DJ Kai and DJ Raleigh D will be here because they actually have Kenny Gann is also having his golf tournament that following Monday. So man, all Cowboy fans, if you're in the DFW area, man, come hang out with us on Saturday, man, for a couple hours, man.
Let me see if I can put that. Let's see if I can't put that in here real quick. But so guys, what's your last take on this, man?
Well, for me, man, for me being talked off the ledge, about my Michigan players, I just think, man, watching the War Room and watching how the Cowboys basically address Will McClay, like, you tell us what we're doing. So only thing I can say, man, is we just got to trust in Will McClay, our scout man, and if he thinks that's what we need, that's what we need, and let's rock and roll. Hey, only thing we can do now is see him on the field. So to me, you can't judge the draft until the end of a season anyway. So let's see what they do. Go Mozzie, go Blue.
That's what's up. So what do you got? What do you got there, Rue? What's your final thought, bro?
My final thought is we went into that draft trusting everything that came out of Dan Quinn's mouth. I think I'm going to keep on keeping on with that, and I'm going to trust the process, as they say in Philadelphia. But honestly, man, I really think that they addressed some key needs that this team really did need to address. I mean, we gave up 125 yards a game on the run last season. You know, we gave up over 160 in losses. Like it's not a formula of Super Bowl winning championship game, you know, football. And the NFC is so wide open that it's like we have to do this, man. Like this is it. We literally have arguably the best or the second best or the third best quarterback in the NFC. There's no reason that it can't happen this year. It's wide open. The door's open. Everybody screwed up. Nobody went in, you know, jumped after Lamar Jackson. Like this is it. Like this is the biggest chance you have to take this team as a whole and get to that next level and let's get past the divisional round for the love of God.
Damn, real how in the heck in the last part of the damn show your mic comes in clear.
I was just about to say that.
How in the world?
He's crystal clear now.
Are you serious, bro?
Yes,
Bro, that was just what Felicia just said. Felicia just said, you know, where she say right here.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened, bro. I'm telling you, I literally did something with Cowboys beat the other day. I had no issues. Sound came in perfectly clear with my mic.
You're clear
All
now.
is good. And now I'm clear.
crystal clear.
Yeah, man.
That's where it is sometime, man. But you know, hey,
hour and 12 minutes. I got 2 of those crystal clear. Is that what you're telling me?
You know, that's how I roll, man. That's how I roll, bro.
it is, man. Technical difficulty. Y'all just don't understand what we have to do behind the scenes to bring this to you live, direct, and correct. It's so much that goes into this. But man, we want to say big shout out to Jay Tuck, man. I mean, that's my first time meeting him, man. But it was definitely a pleasure meeting him. I look forward to doing more content with him, and hopefully he'll come on and we'll get on his show a few times, guys. But it was great to have him on, man. I really appreciate it.
Y'all follow him too on YouTube. It's CFO Sports. Okay. The guy lives in Kansas City and he got more insiders than the people that live here. Okay. I've been following him for a while, man. And then when I this is my like 3rd time meeting him. But when we was in Kansas City, I was just like, look, man, you got to come on and bless us. So, man, all the Cowboy Huddle, man, y'all jump on J Tuck channel too, okay?
Yeah, but don't forget to come back home now.
You got to come home. You got to come home.
But yeah, that was great. Yeah. So anyway, we're not going to hold you guys any longer, man. We've been on here, but, you know, we just had to get on here and do a recap. So we already I think we covered everything, guys. I think we have. So with that being said, I guess we're going to move on until next time. Everybody be safe and be blessed. And like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen.
Go
Dallas
Blue.
Cowboys. Let's go.
Go